Today's story begins in a small town in Afghanistan. People step out to carry on with their daily chores. Suddenly, an airstrike hits the town, killing many innocent people. Soon after, tanks from the Russian army arrive. The soldiers inside begin killing the townspeople one by one. Some women, watching their families being destroyed, protest and try to stop the tanks. In response, the ruthless soldiers release poisonous gas. Some women die instantly, while others are forced to flee. When the soldiers realize no one is left, they come out and burn the homes. They also poison the water wells, leaving nothing safe to drink. Who could be this cruel? Even they do not know the reason. They are only following orders. During the investigation, the soldiers capture the town's leader. They ask him about his remaining comrades who have been killing Russian soldiers every day. He replies that they are spread all around them. He says no matter how hard they try, they will never conquer his country. Hearing this, the captain becomes enraged. He orders the tank pilot to crush the man under the tank. The pilot hesitates, unable to gather the courage. This makes the captain even angrier, and he humiliates the pilot in front of everyone. At that moment, the women who had fled return. Among them is the leader's wife, who begs for mercy or a quick death. Despite this, the pilot obeys the order. He drives the massive tank over the still living man, killing him brutally on the spot. After completing their mission, the soldiers move on to meet their second team. They stay in contact through the radio to avoid confusion. However, at a junction, the person leading gives the wrong direction. He says left, but actually means right. Because of this mistake, one tank gets separated from the group. From a nearby hill, Mustafa notices the isolated tank. He is a Taliban leader with an army he built on his own. Seeing the opportunity, he decides to destroy the tank. Meanwhile, the townspeople who had gone out for work return. They are met with a horrifying scene. Dead bodies are scattered everywhere. Some people are burned alive while others are shot. The sight fills everyone with rage. Just then, Mustafa arrives with his men. He tells them he has seen a tank separated from its unit. He suggests taking revenge together. However, the townspeople do not trust Mustafa. They say they want to speak to their leader first. At that moment, the leader's wife speaks in a trembling voice. She tells them he was crushed under a tank. The people then declare Taj, the leader's brother, as the new leader. Anyone who witnesses such a brutal death is left shattered. That is why Taj immediately declares that they will take revenge. First, they decide to destroy the lost tank and its executioners. After that, they plan to drive them out of the country forever. Mustafa is already prepared for this moment. That is why he and his men begin following the tank's tire marks. The tank eventually stops in a scorching valley because the pilot cannot figure out where to go. The captain has a map, but there is a problem. The part of the map beyond this turn has burned away. As a result, they have no idea where they are. Meanwhile, Mustafa and his men start attacking the tank from all sides. However, even together, they fail to cause serious damage. Their poor aim makes the tank nearly impossible to stop. During the attack, Taj notices that his uncle's leg has been injured. He asks him to go back, but the man refuses. He says he is a Pathan, and a Pathan is never shot in the back. His bravery inspires everyone around him. They continue following the tire marks on foot. Surviving in the high valleys of Afghanistan proves extremely difficult. Soon, everyone becomes exhausted. One of the men suffers badly from thirst. They spot a nearby water source, and he drinks from it in desperation. Mustafa rushes from behind to stop him. By then, it is already too late. The Russians have poisoned the water. An empty poison bottle lies nearby. The man dies in terrible pain and no one can save him. From a distance, a Russian captain secretly watches everything. He immediately orders the cannon to be fired. Due to a technical fault, the shell gets stuck inside the tank. Everyone runs in fear because the shell could explode at any moment. After waiting for a long time, nothing happens. The captain then orders the soldier who fired the shell to retrieve it. The soldier is too frightened to move. Eventually, the pilot agrees to go with him. Inside the tank, the captain suspects sabotage. He believes Samad may have caused the malfunction on purpose. He thinks Samad made the shell get stuck because he is Afghan and loves his land. Samad is indeed Afghan and is working with them as a translator. Together, they remove the unexploded shell. A grenade has been placed beneath it. As everyone gathers around, one man picks it up out of curiosity. Before anyone can stop him, the grenade explodes. The blast kills him in a horrific way. Behind the tank stand not only fighters but also widows. Their husbands were martyred in this brutal war. They too burn with the desire for revenge. As night falls, the group decides to stop and rest. During this time, Samad and the pilot talk for a long while. Samad tells him about Afghan culture. He explains that respect is the most important value of all. The pilot listens carefully and respects his words. Later, a fight breaks out between two men in the group. The captain steps in and brings the situation under control. When the pilot is asked to write the incident in his report, the captain steps in and stops him. He does not want to be disgraced when the report is reviewed. In anger, he tears the report apart. In the middle of this argument, they are suddenly attacked. They immediately move away because fighting in complete darkness is extremely difficult. After wandering aimlessly for a long time, they stop the tank at a remote location. They step outside and place several grenades around the area. Their plan is to kill anyone who tries to attack them. Suddenly, a radar signal shows movement nearby. The captain orders Samad to go outside and check. No one trusts this decision. The captain openly calls Samad a traitor. He says Samad will soon be punished for his actions. Moments later, Samad returns. He explains that only a herd of deer was roaming nearby. There was no enemy presence. Despite this, the captain shoots the deer and kills them. When Mustafa and his men arrive the next morning, they are deeply saddened. The group reaches a lake. The captain orders Samad to measure its depth. As Samad walks away, the captain shoots him from behind. Samad dies on the spot. Enraged by this act, the pilot writes everything in his report. The captain strongly dislikes this. Another heated argument breaks out between them. They drive the tank into the lake and move forward. After traveling some distance, the tank breaks down. The pilot explains that it needs liquid fuel, which they do not have. He also says the battery is dead. According to him, leaving the tank behind and continuing on foot is the only option. The captain believes the pilot is doing this deliberately. He thinks this is revenge for the killing of Samad. They point their guns at each other. In the end, the remaining soldiers follow the captain's orders. They tie the pilot to a rock with ropes. They place a grenade beneath his head. Then they leave him behind. The helpless pilot remains tied in the heat, starving and thirsty. Before leaving, the last soldier comes to say goodbye. He quietly warns the pilot that he will be the next target. He advises him to free himself. He tells him to kill the captain and return in a few days to save his life. Without waiting for a response, the soldier walks away. The captain throws away the pilot's report diary. He does not want anyone to discover the truth. Meanwhile, Taj's uncle is shown again. His wounds force him to stop moving further. There, he meets women who are following the tank. He asks them how they plan to destroy a tank without weapons. The leader's wife shows grenades hidden in her hands. The uncle says their greatest weapon is their burning blood. He says such passion can destroy anyone. He warns the women to turn back. He explains that the Russians are extremely cruel and capable of anything. Still, the women refuse to leave and continue forward. Later, wolves approach the tied pilot. In panic, he raises his head to escape. This movement causes the grenade beneath him to slip. The grenade falls and explodes, killing him instantly. The explosion kills several wolves, but he survives. If it had exploded closer to his head, his death would have been certain. At that moment, the women arrive and begin throwing stones at him. He asks the women to stop, but they refuse to listen. Soon, Mustafa and his men arrive. They tell the women to step back. After some hesitation, they free the pilot. They decide to spare him because he seems useful. He also understands their language, which makes him valuable. As night falls, Mustafa and his men take shelter inside a cave. Mustafa gestures to the pilot and asks him to fix his RPG. The pilot agrees and begins working on it. Everyone watches in shock as no one has ever repaired it before. Taj says the weapon will be extremely useful. With it, they can finally destroy the tank. The pilot agrees to help. Although he hates the captain deeply, the rules of war mean nothing to him now. This is the moment he decides to take revenge. Elsewhere, the tank stops because it has run out of fuel. Just then, a Russian helicopter flies overhead. The soldiers light a flare and signal for help. When the helicopter lands, two soldiers rush to board it. They are desperate to escape this living nightmare. The captain orders them to bring diesel and return immediately. The helicopter pilot asks if they have any water. They refuse to give him any. The pilot then hands over the diesel tanks. After that, the tank resumes its journey. From a distance, Taj and the others watch everything. They are relieved that the captain did not abandon the tank. If he had left it behind, revenge would have been impossible. The pilot then informs Mustafa's group that a dead end lies ahead. That location is perfect for trapping the tank. Everyone begins moving quickly through a shortcut. They travel all night without stopping. The engine temperature rises dangerously high. Still, the captain refuses to stop. By morning, they reach a pond to collect water. There, they discover the helicopter. Its entire crew lies dead. It is the same pond the soldiers had poisoned earlier. Seeing his own men dead breaks the captain's spirit. At that moment, Mustafa's fighters arrive. The captain tries to start the engine. It fails to respond. He then activates the machine gun. It has no ammunition. He fires cannon shells instead. Each shot lands in the wrong place. The attackers dodge them every time. Meanwhile, the pilot raises the RPG and takes aim. The missile strikes the top of the tank. A powerful explosion follows. The people inside survive with only minor injuries. They feel a brief sense of relief. Soon after, the tank starts moving again. At the same time, Mustafa's men notice the helicopter nearby. Seeing this, they say they no longer need to chase him. They believe they have already achieved what they wanted. Suddenly, a powerful explosion strikes the area. Huge rocks fall from above. The tank is crushed and left completely stuck. Even then, the captain refuses to come out. Instead, he hands 2 grenades to each of his remaining companions. He orders them to take their own lives. He also pulls the pin from one grenade and sits down. One of the soldiers quickly grabs it from his hand and reattaches the pin. Meanwhile, the pilot standing outside notices oil leaking from the tank. He throws a burning cloth onto it. The oil catches fire immediately. Forced by the flames, the 3 soldiers come out of the tank. As soon as they appear, the women and others attack them. Soon after, the captain and the 2 soldiers begin begging for their lives. In Afghan tradition, anyone who asks for protection is spared. Even the greatest enemy cannot be killed once protection is requested. Because of this, they are forced to let them go. The women are deeply unhappy. They want revenge, but now the 3 men are being released. At that moment, a Russian helicopter arrives. arrives, everyone hides from sight. The pilot remains standing. He can no longer be part of this war. He joined the army to defend his own country, not to kill innocent people in another land. He grabs a rope lowered from the helicopter. Seeing this, Mustafa raises his weapon to shoot him. Tai stops him. He reminds Mustafa that the pilot helped them. In the next scene, the three soldiers reach the same crossroads. It is the place where a single wrong turn turned their mission into hell. Suddenly, the women appear again. The leader's wife steps forward. She cannot forgive her husband's murderer. She throws stones at the captain. He is killed on the spot. Only then does her heart finally find peace. The other two soldiers manage to escape. And with this, the story comes to an end. Let us know what you thought about the story in the comments. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.